Okay, I'm here, stupid dog. This is the inaugural Throwback Thursday. Throwback Thursday, the incredible thing. This is what makes us so artistic. The first Throwback Thursday is an original. It's throwing it back to the little spray tan girl because we haven't heard from the little spray tan girl in a pretty long while. But Throwback Thursday is going to be when we play an old take from the vault from way in the past, a couple years ago, or like 18 months, 16, 11, 6 months ago, something like that. So anyways, this is a little spray tan girl, brought to you by whatever. Fill in the blank, it's okay. We're not making nothing from nobody. That's what makes us so artistic. Again, it's so, we do things that you wouldn't think. When we zig, we zag. When we zag, we zig. We don't even know what we're doing half the time, so it's all right. So the little spray tan girl, okay, this is kind of weird. The little spray tan girl was going through a very impoverished stretch. She wasn't getting very much spray tan. Every time she went to the Food City or the Lion King, in her very, posh, elitist neighborhood, she could walk to it. She'd be walking by a bag lady and two bums pushing shopping carts, but she could walk to it. The elitist neighborhood is tucked in where, right on the edges, it's like Donald Trump says, I thought you would say, don't give me no hanky-panky. Donald says, don't give me no hanky-lanky. Donald, I don't think it's hanky-lanky. It was always hanky-panky where I come from. Hanky-lanky? Hanky-lanky? That must be elitist. Maybe you and all the elites, know what hanky-lanky is. Maybe those Manhattan elites know what hanky-lanky. The rest of us do not know. I mean, how many stupid dog? I don't know. Maybe other people know. I don't know what hanky-lanky is. But this is a little spray tan girl take. Anyways, a little spray tan girl, she was in an impoverished stretch. She wasn't making much money. She didn't have none of her side gigs or side hacks. She wasn't doing no dog sitting. She wasn't cleaning no houses. She wasn't swabbing out no toilets. She wasn't tutoring any ne'er-do-wells. She wasn't doing modeling. She modeled, but it was the wrist watch. You're like, what? She modeled pianos. What? Little spray tan girl, whether she was tanned or white. That's the one thing she could do. She could do modeling work, whether she was tan or white. And actually, they liked her a little whiter, but it was always like the wrists, the hands, the lankiness of the fingers. Anyways, a little spray tan girl, she wasn't getting no spray tan because she couldn't afford it because she was in an impoverished stretch, and her parents were pricks and assholes. They were saying, we're going to make sure you learn how to take care of yourself. This is the best thing that ever happened to you. And it might have been, but it was just because they're selfish assholes, not because they were trying to teach her something. So it doesn't really count for their favor. I hope they get thrown in Hades, whatever. I don't really wish that on anybody. I hope they get vanished to Saturn, though. Saturn would be good for the people. Little spray tan girl's parents should go to Saturn. Whatever. The little spray tan girl, she goes all white in the Food City, the Food Lion. She's trying to find herself some chocolate chip cookies, and one of her favorite things is chocolate chip cookies. She can't find no chocolate chip cookies. They don't exist for her. The only thing she's finding is like walnut cookies, pistachio cookies, macadamia, and chocolate chip. So finally she says, I got to find some mother effing chocolate chip cookies, or I'm going to go haywire. I'm going to go out of my mind. I'm going to start climbing the walls if I don't get some chocolate chip cookies. So she says, I got to get a spray tan, hunt up some chocolate chip cookies. Lo and behold, she goes down to like 5 neighborhoods over where she still got a little credit left. She didn't have no money. She got her a spray tan on credit. She goes hunting. The first place she goes to is Food City. All of a sudden, she realized she forgot. It's been so long since she got a spray tan. She forgot you got to get the, wash, spray tan, soak it in, let it imbibe in the skin follicles. Then you'll wash again. She forgot the second wash. She started turning yellow, orange. She started freaking out. She's like, for the first time in her life, it was like she OD'd on spray tan. If something was going wrong, she was turning bright orange. She was getting scared. She was in the Food City trying to find chocolate chip cookies. She was sure she could, if nothing else, she could bust open a packet of dough and start eating it right in the aisle if she had to. But she said she could go to the deli and get her some pre-made in a big Tupperware container, plastic, kill 4 whales with that piece of plastic. It's like you could play Frisbee golf with the lid. You could make it, you could take it to Mars. Do something and repurpose it up in Mars, Elian. Whatever, it doesn't matter. She could not locate she was going to probably find some chocolate chip cookie, but her spray tan turned on her all of a sudden. It was the craziest thing that ever happened. This is like kind of the artistic thing about this take. This is a little spray tan girl. It's a throwback. It's one from the vault. It's an original, but it's one from the vault. That's kind of weird. You can't be original and one from the vault. It doesn't make any sense. Whatever. That's the kind of a, whatever. It's the whatever. We're skipping in between dimensions maybe. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyways, this girl, she's freaking out. She's trying to pull it together. She realizes she's still pretty dark. She's not Lily White anymore. And something in her snapped. She says, I'm going to find me some chocolate chip cookies. She wants regular chocolate, like Toll House. Chocolate chip, dough, chocolate chips. It's called chocolate chip cookie, not chocolate chip M&Ms. She goes over. She finds them finally. Chocolate chip cookies. She ain't seen them for a month. Spray tan, all of a sudden, there they are. But they're Reese's Pieces. No, not Reese's Pieces. They're M&Ms. M&Ms chocolate chip cookies are not chocolate chip. They're M&M. Whatever. Cookies. I don't even know what you say. Cookie dough minus the chocolate chip. Chocolate chip means the dough and the chip together, not substituting. She was searching. She was frantically searching. Her spray tan was worsening. The fluorescent lights were starting to cook her follicles and make her even into a glowish, horror-esque, a weirdo thing where she felt like she was a freaking monster. And nobody, everybody looked at her like, oh my God. She was like, oh my God, don't look at me. It was so horrible. So she finally says, oh my God, and through the disc, through the min, through all the hardness, the fog, she sees finally chocolate chip cookies. Regular old-fashioned chocolate chip cookies. She snags them up. She rushes through the aisle. I'm an like stupid dog, so I wasn't even there, but this is what I was told. I know this is true, so whatever. She goes through the self-checkout. She uses a EBT, whatever, steps card from something. I think it comes from, Barack Obama via Joe Biden. I think it's a Joe Biden handout, but it came from Barack Obama's setup. It was a Barack Obama, Joe Biden hand it, whatever. It doesn't matter, but, she used her card that had some, like, $50 on it from the government for some free food. Even though she comes from a posh elitist, she has to claim herself on her own taxes, so she gets a EBT steps card. It's a beautiful thing. She gets a few groceries. I mean, give her a couple groceries, for God's sake. This poor girl, she gets her chocolate chip cookies. They pass. How does EBT, Mountain Dew passes? Cigarettes don't pass or beer. The most disgusting things. Fat back passes. Fat back? Feeding the people fat back? You got to get you some fat back on the EBT steps card? No, you don't get free fat back. You got to go get you some lean turkey. Get you some fucking chicken, excuse my language. Get you something to make you healthy. Get you some grapes. Get you a couple tomatoes, some celery. Eat some fucking celery, you moron. You got to get the fat back, the chocolate chip cookie dough, and the butter, and the Crisco, and the Mountain Dew, and the chips, and the chocolate, and the Reese's Pieces, and the candy canes, and the Peeps, and the little chocolate Easter eggs, and the big friggin' Easter eggs, Easter rabbit when it comes out. Then you go for the old-fashioned crap like Choco Maco and Choco Taco. Get out of here. You're not eating right. It doesn't matter. Let's get back to what we were talking about. This little spray tan girl, she just wanted a chocolate chip cookie. She couldn't find a chocolate chip cookie. She got a spray tan the hard way. She could find chocolate chip cookies, but they turned out to be M&M cookies. Whatever. You can't even say chips. Chocolate M&M cookies, I guess. She found out, whatever. She couldn't do it. She couldn't find it. She was freaking out. She was having a fluorescent light spaz out because she was turning Donald Trump orange in the thing because she forgot to do the rinse, tan, rinse, don't repeat. I don't know. Anyways, she saw finally chocolate chips in the mist, in the din, through the fog. It was like she found it in an old Incan cave someplace in Guadalajara. It was like, my goodness gracious, this girl, she finally found the chocolate chip cookies. She brings them home. She eats one. She's like, oh my God. And all of a sudden, as soon as she came home and ate that chocolate chip cookie, her spray tan evened out as if she took a rinse finally. She didn't even take a rinse. She ate that chocolate chip cookie. Well, she looks at the package. Turns out she had a delusion or an illusion. The little spray tan girl chose an M&M chip cookie, lo and behold, after all. And that's what she really ate. And the point is, okay, for all you folks at home, All you people gathered around your RCA radio right there in the living room, all together in the good old-fashioned American family, wholesome and great as ever, beautiful and powerful. You could defeat anybody who wants to pick a fight with you. The one lesson you have to learn is that this girl spray tanned and empowered like she's a superhero. She chose the wrong cookie by not mistake. See what I'm saying? The only time she was ever wrong was when she thought she was wrong, but she was really right. She chose the chocolate chip cookie by mistake. That was really an M&M. She brought it home. She started eating it. All of a sudden, she realized it was like a kryptonite in reverse. This M&M chip cookie was right down her alley. She loved it. It was phenomenal. It turned out she chose right, even though she thought she chose right. She chose wrong. She was disappointed. She wouldn't even have ate it. She would have thrown it out to the raccoons. She would have spastically smashed it to the ground and kicked it and thrown it out to the raccoons if she would have realized before she ate the first one that it was an M&M chip cookie. Once she ate that first one, she's like, this is better than fucking chocolate. Excuse my language. Little spray tan goes, this is better than a fucking chocolate chip cookie over here. M&M chip cookie. M&M chip cookie, she says. And her tan was glowingly smoothing out, evening out. She went and took a rinse. Once she came out, this girl was like whatever. One of them girls like Hollywood dreams about. Maybe it was like a winner version of the Bond girl, the first black Bond girl, the first black girl to win an Oscar in a long time, since way back in the old days. So anyways, that color, if she's like, subdued, because she wasn't dark. She was tan phenomenal. That's the thing. And once she got the rinse, so once she ate them cookies with the M&Ms in them, she started like Wonder Girl. She could have probably flew. If she would have walked out and jumped off of a place, a balcony, for instance, or pool beneath, so if she doesn't fly, she could hit the pool, whatever, she would have flew. She would have flew around like whatever, Isis or Adontis or whatever, Pegasus, one of them three. It would have been just like one of them things, like we just fly off a balcony with her. Once she had done the rinse, the final rinse, after she had done the chocolate chip cookie empowerment, it was like a spell that this girl was like a little spray tan girl. But the funny thing was, see, that was when she was spazzed out. She thought she finally found her thing. She chose wrong. She chose wrong. It was wrong. She brought it home. She didn't even know. She ate it. Could have killed her. It empowered her. She actually, even though by mistake, she chose right. That's the thing. With the spray tan power, she chose wrong, but by mistake, she actually chose phenomenally right. That's little spray tan magic. That's little spray tan power. That, my friends, is a shitty old 10-minute plus dog take. If ever I saw one, I hope you didn't listen to this whole thing, asshole.